What's up, stream? Man. Damn, Zar. This shit does not give a fuck. It just left. It's a good entry too. Really good entry. It gave us the move for the week that I had to do as well. Before it covered that gap at the bottom. Damn. What time did this shit move? 2 in the morning? 2:33. The time that it gave the entry. Beautiful entry too, bro. Consolidation. Right, and the consolidation started making higher lows equal highs, higher low equal high, right? 50 EMA bounce to go up. That shit's picture perfect entry of what we needed here. Damn, man. At least now I know USD ZAR is gonna be one of those pairs that I'm gonna have to wake up during London session. The end of Asia, start of London to yeah, so I can start taking these entries. Cause I've noticed ZAR gives us really good, like even here this day, right? Like this shit 1:30 in the morning. This one here was NYC 8:30 in the morning. This one here was 2 in the morning. This one was at 7 p.m. This one, same thing, 1 in the morning. Damn, so USD ZAR was going. Oh, what's good, Kiro? Welcome to stream, my brother. Going over the pairs right now that I had from last night. Looks like there's gonna be nothing for us today, bro. So this might be a really fast stream. For example, even Bitcoin, like Bitcoin went counter of what I was looking for, so I'm not looking at this shit anymore. Gold, oh, gold just got in our zone. All right, let's break this down. Let's see, am I looking for an entry here? Right, here's where you joined right on time. So again, we're looking for shorts. Cover this gap down here. We have lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Could be a potential lower high. We could still, push up to here, which could be a thing. So now let's look at this in the 4-hour. Right, in the 4-hour, we say that this is the highest point. Let's just use our fibs, right? Here. We understand that we have 2 zones here. We had the first zone, which was here, our flip zone, right? And then we also had our Fibonacci zone. So we understand that price could still go up. We look at it like this. Alright, we had 1, 2, 3. On the third, it gave us a drop, which also gave us a change of character. This change of character gave us this high and this low, which gave us the fifth from this high to this low. And now we got the push up here. Now the problem is, okay, is it following the trend? Currently, it's not. In the lower time frame, currently we're still going up, making higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? And all of this was a zone. Higher high, lower low, which gave us a change of character, right? And then now here we're making internal higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, equal lows. Well, you can even say this is a lower low because it did break down here to then break up. Now this would be the entry, but what's the things that are missing here? Now I'm missing the rules that it's also missing is the EMAs. There's no bounce off the EMA, it's just a fib, so this could be a fake out, right? What I could see happening here is this, right? We have these lows and these highs. Break, right? This could be a break of this zone here, and is also a break of this BOS here. If price closes above this, right, it could be a lot easier said that this could go back down to retest these zones down here to then continue going up. So this is one of those situations on gold that I will not be looking for an entry there. Again, yes, it's in our zone. GJ and UJ both look good for sells. Let's see. So I'm not looking at gold for that reason. So let's see. You said GJ. I know I saw GJ, but the only thing with GJ is ADR has been done already. Remember, ADR is one of the biggest things, right? If we already see gold or GJ already did 130 ADR out of 147 complete, right? So that's one thing, right? The second thing is, okay, we have this flip zone here, right, technically speaking, and it already ate up that flip zone. It's already above that flip zone. And then the people who want to use this flip zone is the same thing. Price is already above the flip zone. What else do I see here, right? The only other thing I see is, take a look at this over here on the left, right? Remember what we were saying yesterday, right? Price is consolidating here, right? Price is consolidating. That gives us three different there's three different things that could happen here, right? We have the type 1 pattern, type 2, and type 3, right? Type 1, we're looking for downtrend, right? So we're looking for either for something like this to happen, right? We were either looking for this to happen, right? We were looking for something like this to happen, right? Where we break and continue going down, right? And let me draw these as well so we're not confused at what we're looking at. Right? Or we're looking for something like this to happen. Type 1, type 2, type 3. These are the only three things here, right, that I could be expecting to happen. Now, does this look like this? No, right? So we already know that a type 1 pattern isn't what we're looking at, right? Did this, right? Because we're looking for downtrends. Remember, all of this is downtrend. We miss UJ. Well, it doesn't matter. We already missed it, right? So type 2 pattern. Did it do this where it consolidates and it just keeps going down? No. So we already know that a type 2 pattern in a downtrend is not what's happening on gold, right? Did a type 3 happen where price consolidates and then comes back halfway to continue going down? No, right? It went right back to the top. Now that we know that, okay, this is not a potential type 1, type 2, or type 3 in a downtrend, right? Let's look at what it's looking like it's gonna do right now, right? Remember, this is a previous zone, flip zone, and that's exactly where price went to continue going up. So that's why I'm not looking for shorts on GJ anymore, but I'll go over it as to why I would be looking for longs. But let's do UJ first, since you said we missed the trade on UJ. Now UJ is the same situation, bro. The entry on UJ would have been here, right? We had this change of character, which gave us this high and this low. This low broke just now, which ended up giving us this new high over here, right? So now our trading zone is between that high over here and this low over here, right? There's two things to take into consideration before I even put the fib, right? How many pips did we already do for the day on UJ, right? 99 is ADR without doing anything else to it, right? And we already did 114. So ADR for the day on UJ has already been hit. I'm not looking at this to trade anymore. At the time that UJ already did the amount of pips that it was supposed to do today, I'm not looking at it anymore. That's number one. Number two is, again, we were still in the same zone of consolidation, right? It wasn't until the break that happened here that confirmed it. Now, yeah, it gave us a pullback, but at this point, right, at this point, price could easily just start consolidating here, right, until tomorrow, and then that's when we'll start seeing the moves happen tomorrow. But for now, that's it. Like, we didn't miss it. It's just because it went straight down, right? Like, the only entry criteria this gave us, realistically speaking, if we wanted to catch one, was here, right? At fucking like 10 p.m. I think this is 22. Yeah, 10 p.m. So UJ wasn't really missed, right? Unless you're trading Asia session. And then, you know, same thing with the fib. Right now we use our fib for this move from the high to the low, and we still need price to go into our zone, right? So, you know, technically speaking, you know, we could say we missed it, but not really, right? We're still waiting for the confirmations, right? The confirmation is the break of the zone that it was creating here, which we got that, and now we just need to retest inside the fib, but also with the EMAs lining up. So then to go back to GJ as to why I'm not looking for sells, right? If we look at it, alright, cool. Now let's look at the same type 1, type 2, type 3 patterns going into an uptrend, right? It's the same thing. We have consolidation, right? We have type 1, type 2, and type 3, right? We have consolidation. This is type 1, where price breaks out, creates a double bottom, and then continues to go up, right? This is type 1 and an uptrend, right? Are we doing that? What do you think? Go down to a lower time frame, right? Because some people get confused with the candlesticks, right? Is this or is this not what's happening right now? Consolidation. One, retest. Two, retest. Three, right? Makes sense. So again, I'm not looking for sells, right? The pattern that is giving me right now, right? This little move that it did, consolidation, right? Also, again, take into consideration the flip zone, right? Flip zones are very important, right? The fact that we consolidated above the flip zone, right? We consolidated above the flip zone, and it broke out of the consolidation, gave us a double bottom down here. Push 1, push 2, we could be expecting a push 3 to happen. But then again, the other situation would be the ADR. Again, the fact that we already did 130 pips on the day, there's like, what else can we, how much more can a pair move? You know what I mean? And that's always the biggest pitch. That's always something that I understood about trading. It's like, you know, you're what pair, right? You also got to think about the pair that we're trading, right? It's GJ, right? British pound with yen, right? So British and Japanese. Those are all these. This is a pair that's gonna move. We understand it gives a little bit of movement during NYC, like every other pair does, but it's not gonna give us 30 to 40 to 50 pips during NYC, especially not when it already completed 100% of the daily move during London and Asia, right? Again, because it's not even an NYC pair. It's really not. People just love trading this during NYC, but realistically speaking, 9 out of 10 times we're not going to get an entry on GJ, especially not at this time. So that's another thing to take into consideration, right? Like there's certain things that we have to follow, and there's certain things that we have to like kind of understand, right? Like for example, if we look at this day, I'm pretty sure there was news on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken, right? If we look at it here at 8:30, 9 o'clock is when we got the volume coming in, right? But then on this day there was no volume that time. It was just during Asia and London, and then during NYC it was just consolidating. Here it did the same thing, it just consolidated. Here on this day, right, it threw moves during Asia, it threw moves during London, but then it also threw moves during NYC, right? So it's like I said, just 9 out of 10 times we probably won't get it. But then also we have to take into consideration ADR as well. There's some days where we'll get up to NYC and we've only done 80 or 90 pips. So you already know, okay, during NYC we'll probably catch an easy 30 to 40 pips. So then to go back, right, gold would be in our sell zone. We would be in drawdown right now if we were to take this trade. Oh, and what was the trade from yesterday? You remember which one it was that I was talking about, that I was like, oh, if we would have taken this trade, we would have lost it. I don't remember which pair it was. But I remember looking at it last night and I'm like, oh, see, like this is why we didn't take this trade. So gold is nothing for me right now. I was half dead, I remember. Yesterday, yeah. So then so yeah, so I'm gonna go back from the bottom to the top. So for Bitcoin, I was expecting another low to be made for today, and it didn't do that. It created a double bottom, a wall, and then just continued to go up. USD CAD, I'm looking for this to continue going up. Again, two things to look at, right? Number one, how many pips did we do for the day already? We did 30, so we could still move on this one. So this one is good, right? This was for yesterday. This was yesterday's entry criteria, right? Today will be the same. Today we're looking for price to break out. Did it break out of the zone? Yes. Cool, right? This break gave us this high and this low. We put our fib from the low to the high, and we're looking for this pullback. Is it trending to the direction that we want? Right? Yes. In the 30-minute time frame. In the daily, are we still trending? Yes. Lower low, lower high, lower low. It broke, higher high, higher low, higher high. Right? So yes, in the higher time frame, we're also trending. Are we looking for uptrends? Yes. In the 4-hour, are we trending? Yes. Low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, higher high. Right? Higher low, which was the retest of the neckline. Higher high, right? And it broke out here. So now this could be the retest of the zone, right? 30-minute now. Is it trending? Yes. We had higher highs, higher lows, then it started giving us this little consolidation zone. We broke out of the consolidation, right? All of this could be a retest of the zone. Now if we look at our flip zone, right, we can see that we have a flip zone somewhere in this area here, which I'll say it's this red candle here. Alright, so our flip zone, right, I'm just getting the low, and it's going to be a red candle. I'm not going to do a green candle. Alright, so I'll do this one here. Right, this little flip zone here. Right, so not only is our flip zone inside our fib as well, the only thing we're missing from the fib is the 50 EMA. Right, but that's fine because the 50 EMA right now is right on the price, right above the zone. And if we look, oh, I should have looked at the 1 hour too. If we look at the 1 hour, it looks a little bit cleaner, right? Because USD CAD is it's a pretty big pair, right? We can see, number one, I know Lorenzo loves trading this, so I hope he took this trade, right? It's a bullish flag post where price pushes up, consolidates like in a little downtrend, and then shoots up, right? This is a picture perfect bullish flag post where price is trending up, then it starts trending down to then shoot up. That's a bullish flag post. So then in the 1 hour we can see the same thing, right? Do we have the pullback into the zone? Yes. Do we have our 50 EMA? Yes. Okay, perfect. So now we're just looking for that entry, right? Entry would be here. You know, realistically speaking, we'd love to see a stop loss, but it's gonna be about 14 pips stop loss, more or less, down here into the zone down here, right? And then if we calculate what our ADR should be, give me 1 second. Let me do the. Where's my phone? 66 plus 51 is going to be my take profit for today. So let's get ready to trade this real quick. Right, this is one that I'm willing to take. Right, even though the 50 EMA is not inside the zone, it's still relatively close to the zone. Right, we understand pullback zones as well. We understand flip zones. I also see the biggest thing, right, that I want to take into consideration real quick in the daily time frame. Did the 200 cross 800? Alright, yeah, it did here. Okay, so this does confirm where we're at as well. I just want to see that. Okay, and that's happening here as well. Not yet, but it is happening. The 200 is going to be above the 800 pretty soon. Okay. Three two five nine nine 32599 32599. 32599. Perfect. Okay. No. Almost fucked up. So we'll put an alert on price. I want to see price get into our zone. If price doesn't get into our zone, I'm not entering. Alright, so US 30 is also one that we could take into consideration and look at, right? We haven't done a complete move yet. Oh, my neck is hurting. I gotta sit back. Right, we have a fib from here to here. Now, do I think we're gonna get this little pullback? Nah, I don't think so. Right, it would be ideal, right? A pullback into the zone would be ideal, right? Because again, what do we have here? Again, just look at it like this, right? It's easy to trade when you're looking at it like this. Right, what does this look like? This looks like a type 2 pattern. Again, consolidation. Boom, price breaks, retest, it continues to go down. Price breaks, retest, continues to go down, and we're looking for a pullback. Now, do I think we're gonna get a pullback up to here today? No, I don't think so. I think we might be getting a 236 pullback into the zone. Right, so right now price is not consolidating, it's trending here, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, but we could expect something like this to be happening right now. We could expect something like this to be going on. Right, it's 7 o'clock now, and probably till 9:30, 9:30 we'll see this happening to then continue going down. And at this point, this is what I'm expecting to happen. Again, and then why do I expect that to happen? Let's just look at where was the previous BOS's, right? Number one BOS happened here, so we already know that this would be the ideal pullback, right? And then now let's look to the left side. We had another BOS here, right? So again, it's still in the same spot, a little bit lower, and then all of this was clean traffic all the way to here, right? This little support zone right here, right? Now, did we break below these lows? Not yet, right? Are we retesting the highs? A little bit, right? The high that was made here, which was here, right? The most closest high was this one, right? Price closed right here. We notice it, right on the line. So, I want to see a little bit of a pullback. Now, again, if I see that smaller pullback where it's just that 236, I'm also fine with that. Depends on the time. Right, if I come back to this and it's 9, if it's, you know, I'll come back to this at 8:30, you know, the times that we need to for the NYC pre-market and all that. If we come back and prices here and it's just consolidating, we could take this trade and then start going down. Stop loss would be above the previous lower high, which would be here, to then continue going down. Same situation with S&P. Same exact situation. Again, clean traffic all the way to the left side until this little support zone, which we haven't gotten to yet. So that's number one. Number two would be, right? Number two would be where we're looking for that pullback to 236. Now this one looks a lot cleaner than a US 30. Why? Because where we're at in the pattern, the EMA that we want to look at, the pullback zone, right? We already know that this could be a really good trade. Gonna put an alert. And this red candle doesn't even have a top wick. I'm fucking taking that entry. Oh yeah, this would be really good to look at. Watch. No top wick means that price is gonna have to come up, create that top wick for this candle to then potentially start going down. And if you notice, what other candle doesn't have a top wick here? Are there any candles first here that have no bottom wick? Yeah, this one, the one that was just made now. Top wicks here. Yeah, we have, nope, this one didn't have a top wick. That next red candle gave the one the top wick. And then here we have two candles with no top wicks. So we'll see. We'll see how price looks at 9:30. When the alert hits that price, alright, cool. So these are the three that we're looking for. S&P, and I'm pretty sure we could look at NAS. It'd be the same thing. This change of, oh, it's a little different. Change of character gave us this high. This high gave us a change of character in the uptrend, and gave us this low. Right, so we have this low and this high, but the previous BOS was uptrend. So at this point, NAS is still in this zone of consolidation. NAS hasn't broken on it. It hasn't broken the consolidation zone yet, so I won't be looking at NAS. Again, gold, remember we're looking for a sell zone, and price is still green. ZAR, we're looking for price to continue going up, and it did that. It gave us that move last night. Kind of upset we missed this trade. I really want to start trading ZAR. So I guess next week I'm gonna start waking up earlier. Like whenever I'm looking for a ZAR trade, I'm not gonna do it next week, but whenever I'm looking for a ZAR trade, next time we have that, I'm gonna be up during Asia session, a London session, to catch these moves, because the last couple weeks that I've been back testing this, yeah, it's super like simple moves too. It's super clean. Like ZARs are really clean, um, really clean pair to trade. Like even here, right, double bottom for an entry. USD CAD, I'm looking for it to pull back down a little bit more. I wanted to get into our fib zone. I want to take it into our flip zone as well. So I'm looking for buys as soon as price gets into a zone. Into 32747, that's where I'm looking for price to start going up. Um, and then I went over the type 1, type 2, type 3 pattern again on US30 and why I'm looking for an entry on here as well. Same as S&P. Fuck, I fucked up. So we have an alert on S&P, so I'm gonna leave that there. When price gets into the alert, we'll go back to it. And then USD CAD, we have price here. Yo, we have, I'm pretty sure, well, USD CAD will have the move, so just keep an eye on USD CAD. I'll be right back though. Give me like 5 minutes. I'll be right back. My bad stream. Oh man, this shit is crazy out here, man. Yo, I really don't want to talk shit about people, man. I really don't. But fuck, bro, this shit gets harder and harder every single fucking day. Alright, so 7:30, about to be 8. We still haven't gotten a pullback into the zone. Right, we could be expecting a 236 pullback. right? A small, you know, it kind of already did it here on S&P. See, did it do it on US 30 too? Yeah, it did right here, right? So let's see if it gives us another opportunity to enter. If it does, then perfect. USD CAD is it missed our entry by 1 pip, literally less than a pip, 0.6 pips. Let's see if it wants to let's see if it wants to give us a little bit more of a pullback, right? If it gives us another pullback, it's perfect. If it gives me a little bit more, we'll look for that entry to continue going up. Right, regardless, I'm gonna move to a lower time frame here. 15-minute looks, let me see. 15-minute looks good, right? Because as soon as I see a change of character in the lower time frame, that's gonna be our where I'm looking for the entry. Notice how this wick is just equal highs. Right now we have lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Waiting to see what price wants to end up doing. But we have this little price over here. So let's change this to dashed, turn it to green. So let's see. Oh man, it's crazy. Alright, I'm back. See, yeah, that shit's not gonna give us another entry. It moved without us. Not really without us. Again, it did what it had to do here with this little pullback. That was really the good entry here on S&P. Same as US 30. Looks a little bit different, but S&P looked picture perfect. Broke out, right? Broke out of the consolidation, went up, gave us a type 3 pattern, right? Broke out of the low to follow up with that continuation. Wait, not only did it go up to the type 3 pattern, but then also gave us a double top there at the end of the day yesterday. So end of the day yesterday would have been a clean entry, right? We didn't like the end of the day entry, and we saw this entry at 11 p.m., right? A break of the neckline, retest of that neckline to continue going down. Now, you didn't like any of those 3 entries that they gave you. They also gave you this entry here at 2 in the morning, 2:30, which was a break, retest of a 236 fib level, which is also the EMA that we're looking for, to then continue going down. So we could expect this to do a few more pips down to the bottom, probably like 20-30 pips. So the last pair for 31-32 pips. So we still got a clean, 20 more pips left for this to complete the move. But I like where price is at now. Again, we're looking for price to retrace back into the fib level. It hasn't really done it. It missed it by a few pips, right? Literally 0.6 pips. So I'm still expecting this to go down a little bit more. Also into consideration of the flip zone. So let's see. Now if price decides to not go into the zone and it starts giving us a change of character here, then we'll look for buys up here somewhere. But for now, right, because in the 30-minute it makes sense, right? We see a 30-minute change of character as well. Just in the 15 it looks a little bit better, right, due to structure. But that's all it is. Waiting game all again, literally, bro. That's all this is, right? Because there's also the fact, right, like another aspect or another point of view to be able to look at it, maybe, right? Because I know some people get really anxious about it. Is regardless on how you see it, trading is always a waiting game, right? The only thing that sucks is, for the example of USD ZAR, US 30, and all the other pairs, it's like regardless of the time that you want to look at the charts, you still have to wait, right? Because maybe USD CAD isn't going to be set up until 11 a.m. or maybe it's not going to be set up till 2 in the morning. But the problem is that if you're not on the charts at 2 in the morning, you miss the entry, right? And then vice versa. So then now this is where, like in trading, you can't be late to the party, and because you're not going to be able to catch an entry, a lower time frame change of character, or we'll see price go back into our zone to then continue going up, right? But if we were to enter here, right, one of the two things could happen. If we enter here and we enter early, we could go into drawdown. If we wait, right, we'll have one of two entries. We'll either have the break of structure retest to continue going up, or we'll have the fib level retracement to then continue going up. But literally, bro, trading is literally 90% waiting. If anything, is 98%. There's an eyelash in my mouth. What the fuck? Is 98% trading and 2% really opening up trades and working. Just think about it. We started the stream an hour ago, literally an hour ago. In that hour, we analyzed 6 different pairs. We broke down 6 different pairs, gave the reasons why not, and now we're just waiting for an entry criteria. Out of the 6 pairs, only one is the one that's gonna pay us out today, potentially. So let's see. Right, and then this could always be a double top, right, where we have push 1, retrace to here, then push down into our zone, and then continue to go up. But I don't think that's what's gonna happen. I think this is a fake out. Alright, make everybody believe that we're really gonna go down, to then take everybody up and go up. I think that's what's happening. Again, it just makes sense. We have trap move going to the top, false move going down to the bottom. I make the real move going to the top. That's what I see here. So now it's waiting again. We have 9 minutes. I want to see this in a 30-minute that was created. We have this support zone that was created. We had this support, right? This support was broken. Might be looking for a retest, right? But again, I'm looking for longs. Everything here lines up for longs. From the moves where we're at, higher high, higher lows. We're looking at it like this. We go into our flip zone. Again, flip zone should be here. Then I continue going up. So let's say we got 8 minutes left. Yeah, 6 minutes, an accelerated green candle. Right. The good thing about this candle is the fact that it did give us a bottom wick. So if we wait for a retracement back to here, we'll have a nice 4 pip stop loss. Be right back, give me 2 seconds. Yo, they really let the cat out outside all night again tonight, last night. It's crazy because like right before I went to bed, I got the cat and I put her in the room. Just for that reason, because it's not the first time they do that shit. Yo, I don't know who the fuck opens the outside door at fucking, it had to be like 10 p.m. bro. Like motherfuckers in this house don't sleep, I swear. Yo, I'm freezing. Where are my socks at? Oh man, I'll be right back again. I'm sorry. We got 5 minutes left. Sleep at 10 p.m.? What do you mean? Is that not normal? I'm in bed by fucking as early I could be in bed. I wake up at 5 in the morning every single day. And if I could be in bed by 8 p.m., I'm in bed by 8 p.m. I wish I was asleep till 10 p.m. Trust me, all of my teenage years up until pretty much up until a year and a half ago when I decided to switch up my life a little bit and then do trading full time. I was, waking up still every day at 5 in the morning, and then I'd be in bed by, 1, 2 in the morning. So, for the last 10 years of my life, pretty much, I've only slept 3, 4 hours max every single night. And then as soon as I decided that I wanted to start trading full time, and stop with the video games and stop competing and all that, as soon as I'm done looking at my charts at night, I'm in bed. Cause I don't go out, dude. I don't really have any vices. I don't go to clubs. Like, I live in Miami, right? Like, you would think, oh, he has a Miami lifestyle, but I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I just want to make my money and get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, that's really, I want to make my money, do what I gotta do in life, and get the fuck out. Like, I don't go to parties. I don't do none of that shit. I have no reason. Like, nothing good happens. Especially in Miami, like, nothing good happens after the sun goes down. I'm gonna go out, risk getting shot, getting into arguments with people in Miami, bro. I'm chilling, bro. There's too much crazy shit going on. It's too much shit going on out here to even, a few years ago I could tell you like, oh, I'll go out. But after all the shit that's been happening out here in the last even 4 or 5 years, even when I lived in Orlando, right, 3 hours north from Miami, Orlando's a pretty much going out type of city. My first year there, yeah, I was going out every single day. But then, after all the shit that was going on with the shootings in downtown, at the clubs, at the bars, I was like, yo, why the fuck? Right? Just put this, I'm putting myself in a mindset, right? Like, why would I set myself up to be in that situation? Right? Like, obviously, consciously, not everybody's thinking about that. People are just, oh, I want to go out, I'm gonna go out, right? They don't think about the pros and cons, and maybe that's something that I'm doing wrong. Take a look. This 15-minute, 30-minute candle closed above that zone. We got a smaller time frame change of character. Could be expecting a pullback here into the zone. Only thing I don't like is that this is a neckline of a double top. Looks like this could be a retest here to continue going down, but we are stuck, right? If we really notice it, if we look to our left and to our right, we're stuck between this support zone, right? I'll put a box over, even though we already have one here, but I'll put one here. Like, we're stuck between this support zone here, right? And we're stuck between this support here, right? So we're stuck between here. But let's see what price wants to end up doing here. So at this point, 50 pips is what we need. So our TP for the day is up here. Where is my line? So I'll see if it gives us the entry. If it gives me a clean entry, I'll take an entry. We want to see a retest, or we'll just see a fucking green candle just do 50 pips to the top. Who knows? Utah's the best for peace. Yeah, I really. Oh, 8:15. We have NFP. Oh shit, we should have taken a look at that. All right, so we have 14 minutes until NFP. So we'll wait for the 15 minutes, and I'm pretty sure with that NFP candle we'll get some type of movement. If it gives us that solid move to the top, we'll be fine to go in to get that entry. Yo, you work today? You here early? Wait, yo. Um, so yeah, Utah's a place like I know Utah's a really peaceful place. I know Arizona's a really peaceful place. Damn. All right. So hold on. We have NFP at 8:15. Let's take this into consideration, right? Then we have 10 a.m. as well. 8:30. Um, damn. We're definitely not gonna get another entry down. I don't know. Damn, this shit is really. Let me take another look. Give me 1 second. Let me see. We have the flip zone would be all of this right here. This candle. It's just a really big zone. Right. So we have NFP now in 10 minutes. Looking at price action, we have higher high, higher low, higher high. Right. All of this is internal structure. We're still making higher highs and higher lows, right? Again, the fact that price gave us a double top, right? I'm just thinking like the market maker at this point, right? Really take a look at how I'm looking at this, right? If I'm the market maker, today's NFP, I know that price is gonna move a shit ton, right? I want to trap as many traders as I can to make them believe that price is gonna move a certain way, right? To then make the real move happen. So there's two things I want to look at, right? The first thing is, where's the inducement, right? Where did the market maker induce the traders thinking that market was gonna move one way but really go the opposite, right? It happens here. This is the inducement. The double bottom, or I'm sorry, the double top, right? And then if you're using trend lines, it broke below the trend line, right? So this is making people believe like, hey, we're gonna go down, right? We're looking to go down. That's the way I'm looking at this, right? So the fact that market maker created a double top, broke out of the trend line, make people believe that this is really a downtrend, right? That's one thing. The second thing, look at this 30-minute candle, no bottom wick, right? What is that? What's that tool that people use on TradingView that you could see, like you could create fucking candlesticks and shit? Like, how do people do that? I need to learn how to do different stuff here now, cause especially now that I'm doing this stream, I need to make sure that people can see everything. So the fact that this green wick or this green candle doesn't have a bottom wick, you know, I could be expecting that 15-minute candle is just gonna drive down, create that pullback, to then continue going up. I have Epic Pen. I think it's a software called Epic Pen. I have Epic Pen downloaded. I've never been able to do that though, unless I have to pay for it. I'm not doing all that. So let's see what happens here. We have a few minutes left for that NFP news. Again, no bottom wick, so I would be expecting price to drive down for NFP and then continue to go up. So let's see. And then if we're looking for shorts, right, notice what price is doing right now is price is reacting to the flip zone in a downtrend, which is here. Right, so we have a trading zone here from the bottom, which is the flip zone at the bottom, and then we have a flip zone here at the top. Right, this flip zone at the top is the inducement that we're talking about the market maker. Right, again, we understand that there's news at 8:15. What is he gonna do to make us believe that this is gonna start going down? You know, overall downtrends. He's gonna make double tops. He's gonna make a neckline. Gonna break the neckline. He's gonna give us a retracement. Right, where the retracement should be anywhere within this box, this flip zone, which is the last green candle before the push down. Right, it broke. Right, what induced this break? Right, this push down was this green candle. This last green candle reacted to make the push. Right, same thing here for the downtrend. So which in that case, I have the wrong candle. I'm in the 15-minute. My bad. That's why I'm like, yo, I have the wrong candle. The 15-minute is where this is supposed to be at. 15-minute on this looks a lot better than the 30. The 30 doesn't have a lot of candles, but if we were to, I'm gonna change this just so we could line up with the 15-minute. So that would be this candle, this red candle here. Because we had lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Boom. This was the change of character. Change of character happened with this break. What induced the push? It was this last red candle. So we're in this zone and this zone. Right, so now here you see how price is reacting to the flip zone where it's creating a wick and pushing down. we could expect this to start melting. Minutes. Order has shipped. Perfect. Update. We have 20 seconds here. But straight up into profit? Damn, bro. That is crazy. Let's see if that's really what it wants to do. Right, but regardless, damn, if I would have fucked up, it's all good. I completely, based on the entry on from the one down here, it would have been mixed feelings, yo, because it, you know, the way what I'm about to say now is the same shit that I was explaining yesterday about, like, oh, how we feel when we miss a trade, especially when it's something that we've called out that was gonna happen. It's one of those things, yeah, but it is what it is. Like, trade was beautiful. Let's see if it goes straight into profit. The good thing is that I got the trade on one of my accounts, but it wasn't my funded account. I got it on my live account, but I wish I would have got that shit on my funded, because The entry I got, think about it. 32770. Oh, can I not move this? Sucks. That's the entry that I got on my live account. But I wish I would have got that shit on my funded. That's annoying. Let's see if it goes straight into profit. Missing a few pips. My thing is, after these green candles I hear, do I care about 10 pips? No, I don't. So I'm gonna get out of the trade already. I'm chilling with that. Alright, well that concludes the stream. We caught that already. Kinda, it's pretty much it for the day. Nothing else. Right, let's look at take a look at the other pairs that we were looking at. Right, we were looking at we said no to gold because gold already moved. Right. Bitcoin, we're looking for a new low to be made. Right. Regardless, it went up all the way. Then now price with that news is going down. ZAR, we're looking for price to go up, and it did exactly that. USD CAD obviously did exactly what we said it was gonna do. US30 went down, exactly what I said that shit was gonna happen. S&P, same situation. So I'm assuming NAS is the same thing. Same thing for NAS. Right, GJ, you said that shit was gonna go down, but I told you why it wasn't. It was gonna go straight up, and that's exactly what happened with that as well. This isn't ready to go down, bro. That's another thing to take into consideration. Just in totality of it, right? Remember, we have these zones at the top. We still have this zone that it has to reach, and it has the gap all the way over here that has to be reached, right? So I'm not really in the mind state of looking at this to go down. But then also, if you, again, just exactly what I was explaining earlier, right? Even if we start looking at how price is moving, like it's not ready to go down, right? Because if price was ready to go down, this pullback, right, this pullback here where it stopped, it wouldn't have stopped here, right? In order for this to really be ready to start going down, we'd have to break this low down here, because this is the full trend, just higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, and it's creating a wall here. Yeah, it gave us an internal, right, it gave us an internal change of character, right? But that internal change of character doesn't tell me anything, especially when price is still respecting that internal low, which it did here. Price always closed above the zone, it never closed below. It closed right on the line a few times, right? But that's not below, that's right on the line. So this move here, like, we already knew this was going to go up. And again, remember yesterday, right, we're like, oh yeah, we could wait for a move, but again, we already said that this was a trap zone, right? In the trap zone, I'm not getting into a trade. It went below, gave us a type 1 pattern in the uptrend, and then continued to go up. AU, we're looking for what are we looking for? AU? Oh, a new week low. Yeah, that's right. So there's gonna be a few pairs now that Euro AUD, we're looking for a 3rd week high, right? So we're already on Thursday, so we could expect these pairs to start moving the way that it needs to move to make the new moves for the week. So tomorrow, like, I'll probably have to, is there any more news for today? That's what, well, we'll keep the stream on, because there's more news now at 8:30, and then there's news at 10. Well, nah, I'll just turn the stream back on later at like 1 o'clock or something, because we're gonna have to come back to this and see how price is moving, so we could catch a trade for tomorrow, right? Because now the thing with USD CAD is, just think about it, right? Like, now we have 2 days of continuations of price going up. We could expect price to do the same thing tomorrow, right? So in this case, right now, what am I looking for? We had this high, this low. This high was broken now with the news, so now that gives us a new low. That new low is over here, right? So now there's 2 things that we need to take into consideration, right? The first thing being, okay, after a break, right, we know we're gonna get a retest. Not only that, remember the fact that we have a green engulfing candle with no bottom wick, we know price has to come back down, right? And that change of character happened here in the lower time frame, right? So this entry would be the exact same entry as this entry over here. The only thing is that this entry will be given to us later today, supposed to tomorrow. So I could expect price to do the same thing that happened here, where price gave us an internal change of character, came down, it retested, right, and then started going up. So now here is where I take my another confirmation that I want to have, right, is what, you know, again, where are we and what EMA I want the price to bounce off of, the 50 EMA. So I already know, for me to get another entry, I need price to pull back at least to the 50 EMA to continue going up. But what is also on the 50 EMA? The candle with no bottom wick. So we already know that price has to come down to give that candle a bottom wick. So then I'm looking at it like this, in this point of view, right? We'll be looking at price to go from this low to the high, right? So at this point, if price comes back down and comes into our zone, would I be looking for an entry? No, because I already know that this entry criteria is not going to be the one that's going to be used. So then what's the next thing I'm looking for is, we had this break, right? What move made the break? It was this red candle here in the 15-minute. I don't want to use that 15-minute though. I'll use the 5-minute one. Maybe I shouldn't, but let's look at the 15 and 30. Because if we were in the 30, we'd use all this entire zone here, but I don't want to use that entire zone. It's too big of a zone, so I'm gonna condense it into the 5-minute, and I'm gonna use that candle. Or I should use, no, yeah, I'm gonna use that candle. So that's what I'm looking for on USD CAD now for another entry for later today going into tomorrow. Our ADR will probably be hit for the day at that time. No, ADR will definitely be hit. ADR will definitely be hit before 10. Like that 9, I'm pretty sure. Again, we have news again at 8:30, so we have 2 minutes left for price. So literally, it's only missing a few pips. I already cashed out earlier. I cashed out literally over here at the top, so you know I missed out on 7 pips, but I'm not worried about 7 pips when I fucking literally just caught 40 pips in less than 10 minutes. So I'm not gonna worry about 7 pips, or especially not when price like this moves, because again, once we get an accelerated push, we know that that's an imbalance. That imbalance has to be filled. So yeah, we got a really good entry down here that we could have held for fucking 20 years, because we're at the low of consolidation, technically speaking. But that would have been an option for me if price wouldn't have moved this high or this fast, right? Because as fast as price goes up, that could go right back down, right? And I'm not gonna risk, the thing about trading is, you're already up 40 pips. Why would you allow the market to take that back? You know what I mean? So when you start getting into that mindset, it makes things a lot easier. And plus, does I like even though I know where we're at in the pattern and all of that, right? All of that takes into consideration is just the fact that, again, I'm a day trader. I'm not a swing trader. I'm none of that, right? I could be a swing trader, right? I could be a scalper, but I'm not. I'm a day trader. So that means that if I enter a trade, I'm looking to get out of that trade before the end of the day. I'm looking to get out of that trade before the end of the session. And that's just bottom line, right? Like, I already caught 40 pips today. I know that we could look at, we have 36 other pairs to look at. I'm not gonna just fall in love with this pair, right? Like, I already secured 40 pips. I'm gonna secure 40 pips, right? Like, there's no reason for me to hold, and then those 40 pips are gonna turn into 20 pips, or those 40 pips are gonna turn into 5 pips, right? I'm not gonna let the market take the money that I just made, right? All that hard work, right, from 5 in the morning until 8:25 in the morning, that hard work that I just did for 3 hours, I'm gonna lose all of that because I wanted to be greedy and just wait for 7 pips? Like, no, I'm good. It's okay. We got the accelerated move. We cashed out of the accelerated move. Again, there's news now at 8:30, so these are 2 candles back to back that are giving us no bottom wick. I could expect this to push up to our ADR, to our TP for the day, to then continue to go down and give us a pullback, which looks ideal. Right now, if we use the other fibs, right, this is going to be a really big pullback. Now again, at this point, if you still didn't cash out here, you're missing fucking 3.8 pips. Like, I'm not, on the way I'm trading, the way I trade, right? I'm not gonna be greedy about 3 pips when I just caught 40, There's no point. Alright, so that's pretty much it for me today. Already hit our TP for the day as well. Hit ADR. Did what I had to do. At this point, again, I would love to see a pullback, but I know that won't probably happen today anymore. Bless you. Well, actually, that concludes it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. It is Thursday today, though. Tomorrow's there's gonna be a lot of fake moves tomorrow, especially. Bless you. Especially because of the moves that I made today, right? This high impact news, the accelerated imbalance candles. We could be expecting tomorrow to be filled with trap moves. So that pretty much concludes it, man. This was a really good trade, and we'll be back tomorrow.